Okay, so this is the trade log for NVDA. I just closed out 10 shares for a realized gain of $3,379. I still have another 60% of my position open, unrealized, 6,800 bucks. So I'm going to go over this trade, why we entered, what we saw, why it worked, and basically our plan prior to entering and my plan for the remaining exit on this particular position. So NVIDIA, and I heard David Prince say this, and I met him in Vegas, which super fucking cool guy. But essentially, NVIDIA right now, and I agree with this, it will not be handed to you on a silver platter. You have to take it when you can when NVIDIA comes, because the actual earnings behind this company have continuously delivered, and these prices are somewhat justifiable for this current market. So for that reason, you have to be willing to scale in, right? You want a piece in this one, you have to be willing to let the prices go against you to buy yourself more time to gauge the actual price action. But you must act if there is any sort of opportunity to be presented. That's kind of the way we saw NVIDIA, right? This thing basically did almost a 100% move. We're so close to $1,000. There's a clear magnet there. Everyone wants it. Everyone knows a split's coming, which it did. And not only that, everyone just made so much money, even if they chased. And since earnings were coming, there was reason to say, hey, maybe times were too good, let's take some off. But if you look at NVIDIA, the numbers are still delivering, and they are continuously a winner right now in a revolution, you could say. So when NVIDIA kind of started to break down here, you could see the price action was slipping, and essentially what we did was we just started to scale in 10 shares at a time, right? 800 was our first level. 750 should have been hit next, but we were looking to really get aggressive towards the 700 to 650 level for a potential bounce, which also was clean price action and like a respectable entry. So when that happened, we put on 10 shares. We were probably we were 1/10 of the size that we would have gone if this continued to go lower. And regardless of what happened, we got in a piece. We were willing to let prices go against us. We had highs of our targets back to highs. We understood the environment. And this is me and my business partner, by the way. And then we longed NVIDIA. Now for my exit, it's as simple as that. And it's a sick trade because you make 10K on just like trading the price action and understanding what's going on through always being on the markets and always keeping your ears open and looking at how people are thinking. So essentially for the exit on this trade, I've been watching this 2-hour trend, right? But if you do zoom out, and I would like to think a little bigger in this name. So if you do zoom out to the 4-hour, this still looks like we could break through this level, right? This pullback is shallow. We haven't seen much selling. Like I said, NVIDIA is the winner right now. It is the market, and we'll see what happens with the market, but let NVIDIA do its thing because it could pull up other things, kind of save the tone. So essentially, we're keeping an eye on this. If we do break out, I'm just looking to hold it and manage the position. And if we start to fail, I may close 10 shares below $1,100, and then maybe even replay this off of the $1,000 bounce, which should be a very good entry in my opinion, if the environment pertains. And then I think pertain is a word. And then you can exit on the bounce depending on how strong it is. If we try to go for new highs, hold it, make this a nice long like scalping, but multi-month scalping these huge moves and see what happens, right? So NVIDIA is a great trader. That's the plan here. 10 shares if we start to break 1100, and then keep the remaining 10 shares and look to add them back into 1,000 depending on how things look in the moment or at the time. So it was a nice P&L trade for the minimal amount of capital that was deployed. I obviously wish we had been more aggressive, but that's usually how most trades go. You want your winners to have more size after the fact regardless, and you want your losers, I wish I sized in a little smaller on that loser. So that's kind of the thinking that you have to get over in this game, and that's the trade log for NVIDIA. If you found some value, I posted this trade in my chat room for entirely free, where I do not charge a dollar or a dime. So yeah.